Hi, my name is Lydia Millard, and I am currently the Executive Director for Stevens Square Community Organization, and I also work at Target headquarters and store operations. And today I want to send a message to all of the young black girls who will one day become black women, and want to give you some encouragement about what it looks like to follow your dreams, your goals, your aspirations in life. I remember when I was younger, I was a multi-talented kid. I was in sports. I did arts from music, dance, theater. I also love music, so I played instruments. So it was very hard for me to kind of find my place when it came to picking a career, mainly because when you are really good at a little bit of everything, maybe not a master of anything, then your interests are kind of all over the place. Your curiosity is all over the place. So I had to work a few jobs before I figured out what I wanted to do. And I feel like those jobs that I worked was gaining experience for the next job. I would use that experience and leverage that for the next job. But I never lost sight of some of those passions that I had. So I made sure, even though I worked a job, I maintained my curiosity with the arts, whether it's, um, you know, doing sketches on the side or writing poetry, or joining a choir in a local community to, be able to be a part of a band, or, joining a program for dancing. Um, I always tried to make sure that I incorporated my passions and my hobbies even though I was working. And I think that that is always a good balance because you never lose track of your sight and your goals. But one thing I wish that someone would have told me when I was younger was that those passions are really what your focuses should be on life. Those should be the areas that you're looking to get into. And I think I was just too afraid to take a chance and bet on myself, and not have a steady paycheck coming in every 2 weeks. So that made it a little difficult for me to step out and have that leap of faith. But I just want to encourage people to do what I didn't do, which was follow their passions. Even if you have more than one passion, we see that there are many people who are successful doing more than one thing. Um, and I think that that is still true to this day. Picking a lane and starting in that lane, it's always going to be a battle, and you never really have the courage and the strength and motivation to do something that's completely not society's norm. But that's where your fulfillment in life comes from. That's where you feel like you're really living out your purpose. So currently, I'm running for city council, which is in Minneapolis, uptown. And I feel like all of my experiences that I've had has led me up to this point. And so now I get to have impact in all those areas that I spoke of and then some. I want to be able to create art programs for the youth. I want to be able to create galleries. I want to be able to create um, theater shows and entertainment, and then also, sports and, wellness retreats and things of that nature. So I feel like all of my hobbies now get channeled into one position, but that one position has an impact on the entire city. So I think eventually you always end up where you're supposed to be, and it may not feel like that during the time when you're struggling to live paycheck to paycheck, or when your mental state is not always the best, when you don't feel um, the most encouragement to get up every day and to keep moving and keep trying and keep pressing that button on yourself. Um, I think that's been my biggest triumph in life, is that I've never given up on myself. No matter how many times I've fallen or how many times I've failed, I always press the reset button on myself. Maybe I started something and then didn't follow through. I always made sure that eventually I got back on track. So I would always encourage people to press that reset button on yourself as many times as you need to, in order to, one, make sure that you are good, but then two, that is the catapult and the pillar that you need to be able to move forward. So, Lydia Millard.